Hello, Giants fans, and welcome to Valentine's Views here on YouTube. I'm Ed Valentine of Big Blue View. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel here if you like the content that we've been producing for you guys. Yours truly has been at Giants training camp the last 2 days, first 2 days of practice for 2022 training camp. Hope that you guys have been following all of our training camp coverage at Big Blue View, daily practice reports, features, opinion columns, analysis of press conference on Wednesday by GM Joe Shane and head coach Brian Daboll. Anything and everything that you need to keep up with your 2022 Giants as they prepare for the NFL regular season, you can find at Big Blue View either on our website, on our Twitter feed at Big Blue View. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram. Please, check us out on all of those platforms. Check out our podcasts on Big Blue View Radio, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just, wherever you find information on the Giants, wherever you like to consume your information, Big Blue View has a forum for you to do just that in relation to the Giants. And as I'm talking about all of the ways that you can consume Giants information and all of the coverage that we've had at bigblueview.com, I don't really want to rehash all of that today. What I thought I would do here is talk about a couple of the players who have been really, really impressive for the Giants over the first 2 days of practice. Now, mind you, those 2 days of practice have been in shorts and t-shirts, no shells, no pads, nothing. There have been some 1-on-1 and some 11-on-11 drills, but this is what the NFL calls the acclimation period, where guys are not in pads. They're sort of ramping up. Padded practices will begin on Monday of next week. So that's when you'll really be able to judge offensive, defensive line play. That's when you'll really begin to see some hitting and some physical play in training camp, as much as the rules allow these days in the NFL anyway. So we'll see what happens when practices ramp up really next week in intensity. But as I said, I did want to touch on a couple of guys who have been really, really impressive so far on Wednesday and Thursday. On the defensive side of the ball, a guy to be aware of is second-year edge Ellerson Smith. Smith has been a real handful for the offensive linemen the first couple of days. Had a play on Wednesday that would have been a sack of third-team quarterback Davis Webb, in live conditions. Broke into the backfield a couple of times again on Thursday. Smith, of course, is a guy who had a hamstring injury a year ago after being selected in the 4th round out of Northern Iowa. Did not get to practice in training camp, didn't get to practice the first half of the season as he was on injured reserve, was brought back for the second half of the season, played in 8 games, had minimal impact, really didn't get a chance to show what he is capable of doing under those circumstances, where he was playing against guys who had been practicing basically since May. And he began practicing in the middle of the regular season. So really wasn't, I don't think you can judge what kind of career Ellerson Smith may or may not have based off of what we saw from him during the second half of his rookie season. Had a chance to speak with Smith on Wednesday after practice at the Quest Diagnostics Center. Nice young man, very, very soft spoken. He's a huge guy, 6'6", 6'7", 255, 260 pounds, somewhere in that range. Speaks very, very softly, very polite young man. Enjoyed my conversation with him immensely. You can read about that conversation on bigblueview.com. with the story that that I posted on Thursday evening. So please do that if you want to know more about the young man. But he's been very impressive the first 2 days. Again, mind you that these are practices without pads on, so offensive linemen can't be as physical as they might really want to be. Running backs are not going to be as physical as they might want to be in terms of picking up rushers as they come through. Yet good sign for Smith, and really, really good for him to get these reps in training camp as he tries to show defensive coordinator Wink Martindale that he can be a productive part of the Giants defense in 2022. On the offensive side, a guy who has continued to impress the first 2 days of training camp is a guy that I talked about a lot in the spring, and that is wide receiver, kick returner Richie James, a guy who had some success over the past couple of years with the San Francisco 49ers as a backup wide receiver, and showed to be a good kickoff and punt returner throughout the spring when Kenny Golladay, Kadarius Toney, Sterling Shepard, Colin Johnson were not practicing. Richie James saw the ball a lot. He got a lot of reps, a lot of opportunities, had the ball come his way quite a bit. He was quite impressive, filling a lot of the roles with being moved around the formation in the backfield, out wide, in the slot, all of those kinds of things. James has continued that production the first couple of days of training camp. I said to one of the reporters on Thursday at practice, I said, the ball just seems to continue to find this young man. Who knows what's going to happen over the next month, over the next 5 or 6 weeks. But at this point, I would have to say that it will be an upset if Richie James is not part of the Giants 53-man roster when we get to week 1 in September. So as you're paying attention, as you're reading about Giants training camp going forward, pay attention to those 2 names, Giants fans. And again, please like and subscribe to our content here at Big Blue View. Check out our podcasts, check out our website for more training camp coverage. We will continue to try to give you anything and everything that you need to get ready for the 2022 season throughout training camp. All right, Giants fans, thank you very, very much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.